Isn't this already a law though?
I got a quest. I got a quest. Girl, I got a question for you. Can I get an answer?
They at least have to have the cameras on most of the time, and like while they're on duty and stuff like that. That way nothing gets misconstrued or taken out of context, and it's supposed to hold them accountable, even though it doesn't seem to be the problem solver that everybody had liked it to be. Yeah, I think it's a good idea. Whether it actually solves the problem, like I just said, is a completely different question. There needs to be training on empathy, and people who grew up in the area, like people who are cops that grow up in certain areas, should police those certain areas, kind of, sort of, because they know the areas, they know the people, they know how people's mannerisms and behaviors are going to be. People who grow up in affluent neighborhoods and then get dropped in the hood or something like that and become cops, that's not a good mix, because they don't know, so they're scared of everything. And like, maybe vice versa, I don't know, but I just know that if you're unfamiliar with an area and then you go patrol or police that area, you're probably not going to have the most reasonable response that people in that area would accept or deem likable. So it's going to make their job a whole lot tougher. There's just a complete lack of people training. Like, policing seems to lack empathy, compassion, basic body language reading skills, and everything else of the like. It's super annoying that it takes movements like Black Lives Matter and like other movements that are similar to sort of bring mass awareness to something that has always been a problem. It helps, but it doesn't solve the problem. And that's the annoying part about it, because you think that they would be held a lot more accountable, and the people that run these police departments would sort of uphold that high standard that, like, you can't unlawfully, unjustly just pull your gun out and shoot just anybody if they're not any sort of threat. And mind you, police they're the ones equipped with all the weapons. You have batons, a gun, a taser or a stun gun, handcuffs, calls for backup, tactical formations, just to arrest maybe one person sometimes, or two people. Like, they're never in more danger than the civilian per se. Like, not in most cases. You definitely have more of an arsenal than your average civilian coming at you. There are those unfortunate here and there cases where people have like guns, like they have submachine guns, or they flat out have assault rifles or high-powered rifles and stuff like that, and it comes to this police versus civilian massive shootout, and that's unfortunate. And like, that's when all of your extra excessive force is kind of expected. But for somebody to be walking down the street, or for somebody that is mentally handicapped to be sort of having an episode like spazzing out and stuff like that, and for like police to have just called backup and to brutally sort of beat somebody down like that is not necessary. And sometimes they have the cameras on them, and even when that happens, there's still this, like, they don't get checked for it. And it's disheartening on the behalf of all communities. And unfortunately, some people just always think the police are right and never in the wrong, when that's not the case. Everybody that has a job is wrong or is bad at doing that job at some point, and it's okay to say that they're not doing a good job. Like, nothing's gonna happen to you, or at least I hope nothing's gonna happen to you, if you simply just voice your opinion on how you think police could be better trained. Like, if there's one cop that's bad, then that's a problem, because then that they kind of feel as though they can do whatever. I know this is kind of going on like a rant. Like, I have a lot of concerns in like things I think that police should go through in order to be like a police officer, because I don't think anybody should just be a police officer. I definitely think you should be physically fit. There's way too many fat police. There are police that are probably considered to be obese and definitely overweight, and like, I don't physically think you can do the job. And I understand like why you need numbers of police in certain areas, but some of them just aren't going to cut it. And I also think that plays into the fact of why some of them are so quick to pull the trigger, because if I can't catch you, these bullets can, and that is unfortunate. You're not physically or mentally disciplined enough to be an officer. There's that. I'm not really trying to I'm not trying to be problematic, but this is definitely a controversial topic, and I haven't put a whole lot of thought into this recently because I do kind of just try to mind my business. That way I don't get bogged down by the negativity that is shown in the news, because despite all the bad stuff that happened, this is literally the best time to be a human being on Earth, because 200, 300, 400, 1,000 years ago, to be a human being was worse. Literally, our life expectancy was half of what it was. Disease was crazy. I have asthma. Chances are I wouldn't have made it. Plenty of other people with other genetic sort of illnesses and ailments also wouldn't have made it. Like, it just would have been really bad. On top of that, I don't know if like movements wouldn't even last as long as they did had our life expectancies not doubled. Like, it's in the 70s, 80s now, and chances are it's going to sort of double again within like the next like 50 years possibly. I know that was kind of long. I don't really try to think about this stuff too much, just because like it's hard and it's controversial, and it's sort of a constant debate that I already see has pretty much all the answers. Just people, it's just changing people, unfortunately, or hoping people recognize that they need to change behaviors about themselves when it comes to policing, becoming a police officer, and how we think of police. That's really it. Like, I don't want to make this a long sort of video. I understand the side of Blue Lives Matter and All Lives Matter, but that's what Black Lives Matter in regards to police brutality and stuff related to like police should have body cams and they should keep archive footage and stuff like that, because this question it branches off, or not even branches off, but it's more like a matrix of other problems and other solutions that I guess plague police intrinsically. The reason for the movement is like Black Lives Matter is like the actual All Lives Matter. It's just that disproportionately black and brown people are getting shot unlawfully, and it's resulting in pretty much what is a murder on behalf of police. And a lot of people don't see it that way, and it goes back to like the systemic issues and just prejudices and in general to like how the country was formed and sort of built, because this country definitely doesn't have the best past. I also wish that's something people would recognize. Like, most countries don't really have the best past. We're not anything different or special. We don't have to sort of shout we're number one at everything, because we're only number one at two things, and they're not really two good things to be proud of, I would say. Aside from all that, I don't really want to rant any longer. I'm hungry. I want Chick-fil-A once again, and I have to pee, so I want to go home. Please give this video a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button. Follow me on my Instagram, which is right there. My Twitter's on the other side, slightly belower. Yeah, we're just gonna make that up. Slightly belower is the subscription button. Hit that. If you see the bell next to it, that would be even greater. I would greatly appreciate it. Quick side note, I'm disappointed in myself a little bit because I did not vlog my trip to New York, but it was because I was tired, and I was tired the day before because I'd spent 6 hours editing the Uncaged TV's podcast special. It was so long, literally from 5 o'clock to 11 o'clock. I had to get it done all in that night because I was leaving Thursday morning to go to New York. What else? and I was just tired. Like I did record a little bit of stuff, so I could probably make like a little short montage for it. So I might do that, but I didn't actually vlog sort of the way I wanted to vlog, and I was actually gonna put a lot of effort into it, but I was just tired, and I really kind of just wanted to enjoy the moment, because it was a short trip. It was pretty much for the weekend, and I wish we could stay longer, but hopefully that happens next time. But anyway, subscribe. Thank you. Bye.